All right, in this week's Strum Along video called Strum It, we are doing the song Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Three Little Birds has three little chords, actually, and that's it. So let's take a look at what those are. Now, there's two different ways you could play this. You can do it with open chords or bar chords. The way that you hear it on the recording, they're definitely using the bar chord sound. So the A major bar chord is found here at the 5th fret. However, you're not going to strum all the strings. You're just going to strum the top 4 when you play them. So I get the full bar chord. You could just get it like this, but you don't really have to. I get the bar chord just to make it easy, and in case I accidentally bump something, I'm covered. Okay, the other chords, we have D, and the bar chord version looks like this, of course, right at the 5th fret. And then we have E, which is this bar chord at the 4th fret. Now with that, you don't need to include the pinky because it's not really heard in the chord progression. Okay, so those are our 3 chords. You can play them like that, or of course, A, D, and E major. The problem with those is they do ring through a little bit more. You don't have as much control over the strumming. Now the strumming on this is a classic reggae feel, meaning you're strumming on the offbeats. Now, a lot of people think with ska and reggae that means strumming up, and sometimes it does. But not this time. With this type of reggae, it's a down strum on the offbeat, so it feels a little weird and hard to get used to at first. So we get that A chord to start, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So the intro to start things off is just that A chord. You do it for 4 measures. So I'm just going to play through it so you can hear what that sounds like. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, then we get into the chorus, which is next. So kind of the order is a little bit off from usual, but it makes this song sound amazing. So we start off with the A chord again for 2 measures, and then we go to the D, back to the A. That's for the first part of the chorus. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Change to the D. Back to A. Okay, after that, you essentially repeat that same thing for the second half of the chorus. So 1, 2, 3. And that brings us, of course, to the verse. Now, the verse is where we finally get to play that E chord. So the chords in the verse, we start off with A for a measure, E for a measure, back to A, back to D. That's for the first 4 measures. So let's go over that first before we go to the last 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, A. 1, 2, 3. E. Back to A. To D. All right, I almost forgot about that E chord in that demonstration there, but I think I caught it right in time. All right, and that leads us to the last line, which just mixes up those last 2 chords. We have A for a measure, E for a measure, just like the before, then D, and then finally A. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then that is just repeated over and over again. So you're always on that off beat. Now, like I said, you can try that with the open chords. It still sounds good, and you could, strum along and sing along with that song. Or you can also do this thing that I like to do and add a little percussive strum. It's not in the recording. It's just what I enjoy doing. I'm still hitting the accents on the off beat, but it's like this. Continue that way. It's a lot of fun to do. We have books that will make you a better guitar player. Check them out at themissingmethod.com.